Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
The only title that Selby currently holds is the German Masters. His defence of that will fall due in the new year. But he always seems to be there or thereabouts in pretty well every tournament. It always takes a good performance to beat him.
Yeah, as I said pre-match as well, he looks really sharp just at the present time, does Mark Selby. As I'm sure Stephen Maguire will be, as I also said, his dad was telling me upstairs how hard he's been working this last 4 or 5 weeks since playing his last match on tour. So I expect a really tight contest.
These pockets don't give much away, even when you've got the full pocket opening to aim at.
One.
The pockets are always the same width for every tournament, but what makes a difference, or one of the things that can make a difference, is the approach to the pocket, which can be cut sympathetically or not.
Eight.
Some pocket jaws seem to help the ball in, others seem to repel it.
Yeah, just the wrong angle. So top side of the blue's a must here. Good shot.
9.
Maguire appears here because he won a minor ranking event in Lisbon last December.
And it looks like he's going full-blooded into the pink and reds.
Hit the pink smack on the nose.
14.
Just got into the cue
15.
ball slightly too much. Didn't intend to cannon the blue. Should still be all right though.
Yeah, it's a little tester. At least he has nothing to do with the cue ball.
Twenty. $21.
think he's the sort of player, Stevie Maguire, that
28.
this type of situation's right up his street. I think he likes button heads with the very top players in the game. I think he's probably got a really good record, in fact, against fellow top players. I think he's more susceptible to losing when he's not quite up for it. As I said, I think he's right up for this today. Look at those eyes.
Thanks.
He actually
29.
has a losing head-to-head record with Selby. 7-4 in Selby's favour. But I don't attach too much importance to that. He's very much in the same class as the 2014 world champion.
And good little early signs as well. I think he's taking his time at this effort. Just get a sense that he feels it's great importance to get off to a good start and stamp some authority early. Mark.
36.
Again, just taking his time, having a little scan around. Key shot this. I think he's playing for the pink in the same pocket. No, could get
37.
back in black, so still in good, decent shape.
$44. $45. $52. $53.
Immaculate so far.
$60.
Selby will be expecting to go a frame behind at this juncture. He certainly won't be expecting Maguire to miss.
$61.
So just one more red needed.
67. $68.
Maguire has executed every shot exactly as intended, except the very first one in this break, and even then it was a pretty simple recovery.
75. 76.
And you can bet your life Stephen will be keen on making a total clearance. And preferably, from his point of view, a big one, somewhere around the 140 mark. Just to put down a little marker.
83.
And also keep Selby cold.
$84.
What I like about this is now that the frame obviously is long
91.
gone, he's still taking his time. You'd think he still needs these reds the way he's going about it.
92.
You bet your bottom dollar he wants to clear the table.
$98.
Elected to leave himself on this red from the short side.
99. $104. Thank you. 105.
This is Maguire's 306th century of his 16-year professional career.
$107. $109. $112. $116. $121. $127.
It'll need a good shot to make it a total clearance. But there it is.
134 frame.
What an opening frame from Stephen Maguire. A total clearance of...
Opening 2 frames. This is now the third. Commentary comes from Clive Everton and Alan McManus.
2-0 to Maguire then. So Selby up against it, particularly as the match is only best of 7. Well, I think that was a potting attempt, but he could regret it.
1.
Yeah, not bad that. Not sure how awkward his bridging is, but even this early in the frame, this is a massive shot. Should land on a red of some description. Yeah, good shot. I say massive, obviously, because of the way these reds are sitting. Fancy
8.
Stevie normally to score heavily this kind of position.
Thanks. 9. $16. $17. $24.
Looks as if he's come just too far for his intended red, but no cause for alarm because he has an alternative.
I actually think one of the reasons he was kind of laughing there was he may have even had thoughts of a maximum in his mind. It's gone now, so get himself back onto concentrating and just winning the frame. He's overcooked
25.
that one and still pot the yellow though, so no damage done. Played for blue though. I just like the pace he's playing today. For me, this is more Stephen Maguire's natural speed of play. I think sometimes he tries to play too quickly. He's a thinking type of player, Stephen, although he is fluent. I just think he's got himself dialed in this afternoon. Taking his time, everything's nice and measured.
.24 seconds per shot Maguire, 27 seconds per shot Selby. Those averages would be lower if the whole match had been potting and break building, but there's been quite a bit of safety and quite a bit of thinking time in those tactical exchanges as well.
$33.
Yeah, the first hint of a loose positional shot. If he can get to the red in the right middle. A tad fortunate, but it's not a sitter this. A little bit of pressure on it as well. Yeah, good shot.
34.
Maguire seems to me to be cueing beautifully. He has a
41.
straight and true delivery. The nice pause at the end of his final backswing. Like that.
42.
think there's going to be any urgency to disturb the little pack of reds here. Just checking to see if there was a plant at the bottom of them, but that would be for later maybe. Play for a choice of 2. The loose one's at the top of the picture there. I say the cannon could go wrong. It's not a time to risk that. He's just weighing up whether he wants to take the risk. He probably would land in something, but sometimes probably just ain't good enough. You want to be sure of being on one.
$49.
It's just set for the left jaw, isn't it? Can you get through to the other one? Maybe with a bit of right hand side. But that would be missable. Playing it with left hand side, no problem. But playing it with right hand side in effect would be almost checking it, which is a completely unnatural shot, so he won't like that. Looks like he's decided the plant's no good.
$50.
Struggled it in.
Now does the red right of picture go to left middle? If it does, it may just be okay here. All about the pot, looks a natural off 2 cushions for that red. But these can be missed at pace.
$55.
I think what we can safely say, this is the key to the frame. If he pots this, he'll be 3-0 in front.
$56.
Worrying times, isn't it?
62.
Well, not least because Maguire is playing so well. I think this is the best performance of the week so far in terms of quality. Total clearance of 134 in the first frame. Potted a vital pink from distance and added the black to lead 2-0.
63.
And going strong on 60 plus in this frame. And the crowd recognises that 69 is already enough
69.
to secure the frame, barring a snooker.
70.
Just missed opening the cluster.
76.
Not that he'll be bothered too much about that, having already done enough to secure the frame, barring an unlikely number of snookers.
Stephen Maguire, 76, and the frame.
Mark Selby remains in his chair. Stephen Maguire, through that 76 break, leads by...
And Alan McManus.
You can't take any liberties with these pockets.
Yes, if any confirmation were needed how tight they're playing. Just had to look at that long red attempt from Stephen.
One.
Not the worst kiss in the world on the red. Round to left middle. Normally would be straightforward for Mark, but he's not had a lot to go at. Yeah, played it well though. This is where he's good, Mark Selby. When you think he's got almost no chance in a match and no prospects of coming back, that's when he seems to come alive.
Six. Nine. Ten.
You mentioned a few of his comebacks, Clive. For me, his best ever one was that
50.
World Final. I think he was 10-5 behind at one stage, and he won 13 of the last 17 frames to defeat Ronnie O'Sullivan. And in fact, in that match, I think something like the first 13 or 14 frames, he never made a 50 break. So it shows you how
16.
resilient he can be.
Yes, that was a terrific performance. 18-14 he won.
$21. 22. 29. $30.
When a player's facing a big deficit, it's a big thing.
36.
That he retains confidence in his own ability, that he can perform if he gets the chance.
Yep. 37. $42. $43. $48.
Just a hair short of pace on this red. I think he can just about reach it. Didn't want to play a cannon, but he's just going to push the pink towards the left corner. That's fine.
49. All right.
Something or other happening in the crowd there that I couldn't quite see.
Yes, it was just someone with a pretty bad cough, I think. Mark was just checking if they
55.
were all right.
$56.
So this is the last hope for Stephen Maguire. Not certain of position. Don't foresee any major problems, but still got one good shot to play. He's made a good job of it.
61.
So this is frame ball, barring snookers.
$62.
Maguire knows that he's lost this frame, but will still have a 3-1 lead.
Mark Selby. 62.
Well, I say Maguire knew he'd lost the frame, but Selby was uncharacteristically careless on that blue, so Maguire comes back to the table, trailing by 54, yes, but with 51 on the table, it's only one snooker needed. Most unlike Selby to lose his concentration at a juncture like that.
Yeah, worth playing on for a few shots at least, from Stephen's point of view.
But Selby makes up for his bad miss on the blue by sinking that long red. So that has definitely put the frame out of Maguire's reach.
7. Eight. $14. 50. 22. 24.
So Selby has started the long road back from 3-0 down.
27.
But still has an awful lot to do.
$31.
He could do with Maguire playing a bit less well.
Mark Selby, 31.
Mark Selby takes the frame, but is
Now the 5th, Maguire at the table.
the director spoke to me just as you did, so I just didn't hear what you said. I wouldn't have been that surprised to hear referee Brendan Moore call a push shot there.
Yes, it looked suspiciously like a push to me, I must admit. Wouldn't have made any massive difference, mind you. I don't think whether Mark can see a red here is going to be the issue. I think he'll be going side cushion and drop into them anyway. As long as he's short of pace, he can't do any damage. He's had a big bounce.
And now there's a red to far corner.
Yeah, I say he had a big bounce. It just looked that way to me. I wasn't too sure, but if it wasn't, I'd be surprised at Mark playing it as hard as he did. So, a half chance, and it's a shot to nothing as well.
It was a tough shot. Had it been straighter, it would have been easier.
Yeah, I said shot to nothing. I was expecting Stephen to play for the black. He must have fancied it, because he would have known that he'd be leaving this red to the far left corner. Where's the red going?
That demonstrates the importance of the run of the balls. Once Selby had missed the red, it could have finished safe, but it hasn't.
One.
Oh, that's a beautiful angle to attack the bunch of reds if he wishes. I don't think it's going to be all that easy to get them spread far and wide. Just that the top two of the pack of reds is a little plant that's not cannoning into anything else, I don't think. He may just be playing a deep screw here, but as I say, he might not get the separation of the reds. Oh, he has done. That could be absolutely perfect. Can he get through the gap? Body language says no.
Possible plant.
The plant looks, well, it looks on that picture, but I'm looking down at the table. That red's a good 6 or 8 inches away from the pocket. I would say if he played this 10 times, he'd get it about maybe, well, 3 would be my guess. So I think he's odds against here.
Seven.
Brilliant shot.
So this is a chance to close out the match.
14. $50. 20. 21. 28.
Selby knows that this is it.
29.
This has been a very impressive performance from Stephen Maguire. Opening frame, a total clearance of 134. Won the second frame, which could have gone either way.
36.
On the black. Went to 3-0 with a break of 76.
37.
Selby started to mount a recovery by taking the fourth, in which he made breaks of 62 and 31. But Maguire has added this contribution to
45.
his earlier break of 30 in this frame, and is going to leave the arena as a 4-1 winner.
Steve Maguire, 45.
Excellent performance from Steve.